Come with me on a journey, back through the centuries to old Arabia, a land of burning sun and endless stars. Here, caravans cross golden deserts, kings rule from hidden oases, and the wind carries stories of courage and miracles. In this world, faith is the air people breathe, shaping every day and guiding every night. The divine is seen in the rising sun, the falling rain, and sometimes in signs so profound they echo through generations. Our story begins not with a prophecy, but with the quiet words of a small boy in a humble village. This was a golden age of learning, cities filled with scholars, libraries brimming with ancient wisdom. Yet even in this age much was lost, buried by time and shifting sands. Into this world, a miracle was about to unfold. Let us walk the dusty streets of a forgotten village and witness a tale that challenges what we know about the mind and the cosmos. This is the story of a boy whose wisdom seemed to come from the very heavens above. Prepare to meet a soul touched by an unseen light. In a sun-baked village, a boy named Tariq lived with his humble family. While other children played, Tariq sat alone, lost in thought, humming unknown melodies and tracing strange symbols in the sand. His parents, puzzled and worried, sought answers from the village elder, but found only mystery. The turning point came when a merchant brought a scroll in a lost language. Tariq, just 7, read and translated it with ease. Soon he spoke languages he'd never learned, recited ancient philosophies, and described forgotten histories. He never attended school or studied with teachers. Knowledge simply poured from him. The villagers watched in awe as Tariq revealed secrets of lost cities and kings. His abilities grew, leaving everyone unsettled and amazed. Tariq's knowledge was endless, his wisdom pure, and his presence a living wonder. He became known as the Miraculous Scholar. The world beyond his village would soon hear of the boy who knew the wisdom of ages. His story was just beginning, and it would change everything. For Amina, Tariq's mother, his gift was both a blessing and a source of fear. She worried his abilities would attract danger or suspicion, and prayed for his protection. The villagers were divided. Some brought gifts, hoping for blessings, while others kept their distance, whispering of spirits and jinn. When the village well ran dry, panic set in. Tariq quietly pointed to a barren spot and told them to dig. Skeptical but desperate, they followed his advice, and struck a new spring. Awe replaced fear. Tariq was now seen as a miracle. Neighbors sought his wisdom for disputes and poetry to soothe their souls. Amina's fear mingled with wonder as she realized her son belonged to a greater destiny. The village's respect grew, and tales of Tariq began to spread far beyond their borders. He became a symbol of hope and mystery. The boy who was once an outcast was now revered. His mother watched as his legend grew. Tariq's destiny was no longer just his own. The world was beginning to take notice. News of Tariq reached the king, a learned but skeptical ruler. Doubting the stories, the king summoned Tariq to his court for a test. The boy, unfazed by the palace's grandeur, stood before the king and his advisors. The king posed questions crafted by his brightest minds, legal puzzles, military strategies, ancient histories. Tariq answered each with clarity, quoting lost texts and offering solutions no one else could. He described forgotten battles as if he'd witnessed them, and spoke of the stars and medicine with uncanny precision. The court was stunned. The king, once a skeptic, became a believer. Tariq's wisdom surpassed even the greatest scholars. The test was over, the miracle undeniable. The king realized he was not judging a boy, but learning from a master. Tariq's legend grew, and the kingdom would never be the same. The impossible had become reality. A new era was dawning. The king summoned his most revered scholars to test Tariq's knowledge. Skeptical and proud, they challenged him with obscure questions and lost texts. Tariq recited forgotten works in ancient languages, then translated them flawlessly. He described the lost library of Alexandria, recited ancient poetry, and corrected errors in rare maps. For days the scholars became students, scribes racing to record every word. Tariq's answers filled chests with new scrolls, restoring knowledge thought lost forever. When cross-checked with distant sources, his words proved perfectly accurate. The scholars' skepticism turned to awe. They realized they were witnessing not just a prodigy, but a living miracle. Tariq's presence revived lost worlds and inspired a new age of learning. The boy's wisdom became the kingdom's greatest treasure. His legend spread far and wide. The impossible was now undeniable. History was being rewritten before their eyes. How could Tariq know so much? Theories abounded. Some claimed he had a perfect memory, others whispered of magic or pacts with jinn. But those who met him saw only innocence and purity. Most believed his gift was divine, a vessel for heavenly wisdom, chosen by God to restore lost knowledge. Tariq became more than a prodigy. He was seen as a holy figure, a living library. People sought not just facts but spiritual guidance. His presence was a sign of divine favor, his words imbued with grace. The boy who was once feared was now revered as a saint. Years passed and Tariq's wisdom brought prosperity to the kingdom. The king relied on him for counsel, and the land flourished. One night Tariq warned the king of a coming change, a shift from the pursuit of knowledge to a hunger for power. He foresaw empires clashing, wisdom forgotten, and centers of learning moving westward. Tariq urged the king to copy and spread the recovered knowledge far and wide. A single library is a treasure, but a treasure is a target, he said. The king, shaken, ordered scribes to duplicate every scroll and send them to distant lands. He trusted Tariq's prophecy, preparing for the storm only the boy could see. The golden age would not last, but the knowledge could endure. Tariq's warning set in motion a plan to safeguard wisdom for generations. The king acted, even if he did not fully understand. The seeds of knowledge were scattered, ready to take root elsewhere. The palace became a hive of activity as scribes copied Tariq's wisdom. Tariq grew quieter, his task nearly complete. Then, one morning, he vanished, no trace, no farewell. The king searched everywhere, but Tariq was gone, like a whisper on the wind. Heartbroken, the king honored his final request. The scrolls were sent to distant libraries. As years passed, turmoil swept the land, but the knowledge survived. Scholars in far-off cities marveled at the new texts, unaware they came from a single boy. Tariq became legend, a story told by grandparents, a myth of a living library. His name faded, but his legacy endured, fueling renaissances across continents. The wisdom he scattered took root and flourished. The boy was gone, but his words became immortal. The world never truly knew its benefactor. Tariq's gift became a permanent light in the darkness of history. Today the story of the Miraculous Scholar remains a beautiful mystery. Was Tariq a prodigy, a vessel of the divine, or something else entirely? His life challenges our understanding and invites us to wonder. The power of his story lies not in answers, but in the enduring sense of awe it inspires. His legacy is the wisdom he saved from oblivion, a reminder that knowledge is precious. Even a poor boy from a forgotten village can change the world. Sometimes, if we are lucky, we witness a miracle.